Hello and welcome back to Soon 73 Tai Chi. I hope you enjoyed that little lesson on the breath. To me, breathing is really important. I like to breathe, and it helps to know what a healthy breath is. Today's lesson will be fairly simple as well. You already know, single whip to the left, but we want to make sure that you are very clear on the transition into the next move at the end of it. So let's begin our flow, because I know you've already done your warm-ups. You've already tuned in with your neck, your shoulders, your spine, your hips, your knees, and your ankles. And you are aware of standing tall and holding good posture in this moment for at least 3 mindful breaths. We take that mindful awareness of self into moving as we begin by just transferring energy and weight. And with supreme awareness, we take our first step towards about 10 o'clock in our space, little follow step that then goes flat as the right palm flattens to the sky. The harmony of yin and yang throughout our form as we practice becomes more and more obvious and insightful. Breathing in and out once more mindfully and open and close now. Single whip left. So here we are, stepping with the left foot, the palms opening to the front in our uprooting push, turning the waist, opening the right hand. So this part's a little different than what we're doing today in our single whip left. But for now, white crane cools its wings, brings us back to awareness of the life-giving breath, expanding the body, quiet, peaceful, and easy. Coming back in. Brush knee left towards 9 o'clock. Minimal muscular effort. Using precise detail instead of force of muscle. Requires supreme mental focus. Stay aware of what you're doing. Soft little punch over left forearm towards 9 o'clock before withdrawing. And push the mountain towards 9 o'clock, adjusting our feet in the ideal position for our own body to breathe life fully throughout us in open and close. Of course, we still keep breathing as we transition into brush knee right towards 3 o'clock in our full leisurely Tai code, hand and foot moving as one. Aware of pressing on chi, holding good alignment in the spine as we turn from the waist. Aware of harmonizing yin and yang, so much to keep us in the present, especially the breath, in and out. Single whip back to the left. The palms open as we shift the weight back, we push forward towards 12 o'clock before opening. Right toes turning in with no weight, and then that foot takes our weight, left foot with no weight on the pivot before stepping into right fist, punching under left elbow. Opening the fist, left palm over right elbow before stepping out for our first repulse monkey. Towards 6 o'clock. Right palm faces left elbow before stepping out in our second repulse monkey towards 12 o'clock. Left palm over right elbow, then that left palm drops as we take the step for a leisurely Tai Coat after that brush knee. A continuous flow, no pause in our movements, no hesitation. In the beginning, when we learn, there might be a little hesitation, but our goal is to not stop moving. Even the breath moves us. Single whip right. Palms forward in the uprooting push, turning to open the left hand, and then shifting the weight to the left foot, withdrawing the right side of the body, taking our first right side step for the wave hands like clouds. As the heel lowers, the hands pass, then we shift the weight. So we touch the right bubbling well, and as the heel lowers, the hands pass, then we shift the weight. Don't forget the details. Touch bubbling well, then put the heel down, then transfer the weight once the foot is flat, and not when it's just on the bubbling well. A third wave to the right. And higher horse or high pat on horse, withdrawing the right side of the body. Hands are a little wide, touching left bubbling well, hands come narrow before turning the ball. Right heel turning inward slightly as we root in, facing 130 or 2. Toe kick left, hands close as foot floats down. Toe kick right, hands open as foot extends. And then as foot comes down, hands get closer together for the unnamed parry maneuver. Circling the hands towards the right hip, punching down, the eyes look down. We sink the weight on the right foot, left toes coming in, looking towards 9, floating out. A little punch before opening the fists. Second step, toes are out a little, foot and thigh level with the ground there. Find your balance before the legs slap. Float the foot down softly. Left toes pointing around 730. Take our weight there as we come into empty stance for subdue the tiger. Right toes towards 12 o'clock. Toe kick left towards 10 or 10:30. Bring the hands back to the open and close, stepping on the heel, not the toe, if we choose to step and get rooted in for heel kick right towards 10:30-ish. Floating that foot down, left hand under right elbow before the parry. Step while flipping hands, toes out a little for the parry. Now right toe directly at 9 o'clock to punch over left forearm. And withdraw. Still keeping our gentle flow as we push the mountain and align the left foot so that the right toes can just pivot towards 6 for our mindful breath here in open and close. The hands kind of flop down on the right side as we shift the weight and look towards 130 or 2, stepping in that direction for brush knee, left, and leisurely Tai Coat. The hands are about the height of the throat. You should always be able to see the lines on the hands there. If not, it's a little high. Right foot slightly in front of where left toes turn in. We're facing 3 o'clock for this mindful breath, moving the entire body with the power of the breath and relaxation before our diagonal single whip. So stepping and pushing towards 3 o'clock, but opening as far as we can hold good alignment. Then all the weight shifting to right foot. Drop left hand for parting the wild horse's mane. Once the weight is fully on the left foot, then pick up the right foot. Make sure to feel the balance on the right foot. And then touch left bubbling well. And touching the heel, bringing up the right bubbling well, the right palm, right foot steps for the end part of our chop to the throat. And an uprooting push, aligning our follow step, left toes to 12, right toes pivoting into 12, and a mindful breath that is easy and quiet. Today's lesson, number 53, is single whip left. So we step with the left foot, we shift the weight, we open the palms, we push, we turn the waist, opening the right hand. But I'm going to add this, shifting the weight to the right foot and bringing in the left hand and foot, because that's pivotal for transitioning into our next move. Let's go over that transition. You already know single whip left, but in case you want to see it again, after our open and close, we stand on the right foot. The left foot steps on the heel, the whole foot goes flat. Now we're stepping towards 12 o'clock. We shift our weight, the palms open, the hands dip down just a little. They come up to the height of the shoulders. The left hand is still as we turn and open the right hand. We're going to shift the weight to the right foot and bring in the left hand and foot. Obviously, that was not mirror image. That's why I like to do it the other way, so it's easy to follow along. Let's go through it a couple of times. And in case you have forgotten, that uprooting push, the palms open to the front, the hands arc down slightly, and as we shift our weight, the hands come forward and up till they're about in front of the shoulders. Note the hands are even here. That's how we get power into that push. So we're here in 51 and 52, our open and close, facing 12 o'clock again, where we began. And then we have single whip left. We stand on the right foot. The left foot goes forward to 12, touching the heel. The whole foot goes flat. Then as we're shifting our weight, the palms turn to face 12. They arc down and up slightly. The right foot stays anchored until we turn the waist, opening the right hand. Well, then the right foot really is the anchor because it takes all of our weight as we transition, bringing in the left foot, and the left hand comes kind of low, under here, under the right elbow, you could say. Let's do it a few times. So we have our open and close posture, and then 53, single whip left. Shift the weight to the right foot. Left foot goes towards 12. Once it's flat, we open the palms. Shift the weight in the uprooting push. Turn the waist towards your right or towards 10 or 10:30, opening the right hand. And when we can no longer keep nose over breastbone over navel, we shift the weight back to the right foot, dropping the left hand. And then the left foot comes in, the left hand comes kind of under the right elbow. A couple times. After open and close, 53 is single whip left. Little floaty step once the foot is flat. Open the palms, shift the weight to bring power to the push. Turning the waist opens the right hand. Note how far can you turn. Nose over navel. Then shift the weight to the right foot. I think of it as my left hand is sweeping in my left foot And the left hand just comes under the right arm with a little bit of space there as it comes in. I think I'll show this one from the side after we do it again. But first, towards 12 o'clock after open close, the left foot steps. Once it's flat, we shift the weight, the palms open and push towards 12. We turn the waist and open the right hand. Then shift the weight to the right foot. Once stable, bring the left foot in, touching on bubbling well. Left hand just comes under right arm. A side view, so you have a different angle of the hands. So here I am, this is now my 12 o'clock. So I stand on my right foot, left foot, little floaty step, shifting the weight in an uprooting push towards 12, turning the waist, opening the right hand, only as far as I can hold alignment, then transition weight to right foot, find balance and bring in left foot and left hand. So we can see we don't want it tight up against us, a little space. And from the back, you know that that left foot isn't right on top of the right one. Let's do it just a couple more times. We have our open and close. 51 and 52 before 53, standing on right foot, left foot steps to 12. Shift the weight to the front left foot in the uprooting push. Turn the waist to open the right hand. Then shift the weight to the right foot, dropping the left hand so it can kind of sweep in the left foot, leaving a little bit of space. This is an empty cat stance, just touching, bubbling well. Let's do 2 more times. Standing on the right foot allows the left foot to come out. Then that left foot takes pretty much most of our weight. There's still a little weight on the right foot here. We want to keep it flat. It's our anchor of our whip. Because once we're open, then we withdraw our whip back to that anchored right foot, which never moves. If you notice that, the right foot never moves. Here in our single whip left, number 53, we just put all the weight on that right foot and get nice and balanced, floating out the left foot. Once it's flat, we open the palms in our uprooting push. We turn the waist, opening the left hand, keeping nose over navel. Once we're open, we don't pause, we just change direction of flow, shifting the weight to bring left foot and left hand in. And there it is, move number 53, single whip left. And I'll see you for the next lesson.